Blah blah.
Hey, what's up? I'm your host Sakura, and welcome to another episode of Blah Blah. Blah Blah. Today's episode is about toys from our childhood. Now, there are a bunch of toys that really stand out in my head and what I remember and what I talk about with my sister. It might not be the toys you played with, but they're pretty much the toys we played with, and we can never forget them. Teddy Ruxpin. Now, it's this big, boxy computer cassette playing teddy bear that you basically rip open his back and you stick in a cassette, and he's a robot that talks to you and tells you stories. He was pretty cool. Rubik's Cube, I didn't really get into that. I don't think I ever even beat a Rubik's Cube game. I think you had to be like a smart nerd genius to figure that out. You know, that was a headache. That was not a toy to me. Simon Says was basically this little round game that had 4 different lights, and it would do a boop, beep, boop, boop. And you have to remember the color, the light colors and the sounds to play and basically test your memory. I never really got that far on that one.
Simon Says, look up.
I was a big Ninja Turtles fan, and I had every freaking toy. The Splinter, Shredder, Bebop, Rocksteady, Slash, all the Ninja Turtles, and the van. Turtle Power! You know, we had so much fun, me and my brother, playing with those toys.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Sadly, I sold them for dirt at a yard sale. Then we have a game called Hungry Hippos, and basically it's this little hippo plastic toy that goes like this, and you drop all these white marbles in the middle of this red plastic arena, and you got 4 different people playing different color hippos, and you just bang on the things. It made a lot of noise, but it was a lot of fun. The Transformer toys were awesome. Some of them were big, some of them were small, some of them were easy to like transform into the truck or transform into the actual Autobot, and then some were so freaking difficult to, you know, figure out which plastic part moved first and which metal wheel went first to figure out how to make the machine. Some of them just got really frustrating. Light Bright was basically this plastic box, and you would take almost like black construction paper over this screen that had a whole bunch of holes in it. Behind the holes was the light. Pop in these clear, different color plastic, you know, stubs, and you would create this whole entire light artwork. We used to spend hours in the dark plugging things in and making designs and having a blast. My brother had this toy named Stretch Armstrong, and he was some cheesy superhero. He was like filled with this rubbery, clear gel substance. It was probably toxic and probably could have killed us. But anyway, he would be very soft and his arms would be like flabby. And then you take this pump thing and you stick it in his back and you pump the doll, and his muscles get really hard, and whatever that substance is gets like rock hard. And then you could stretch his arms and stretch his legs, and he could be like super long, and it was like this really crazy toy that you could just, I don't know, he was a weird superhero. Eventually, after you stretched him too many times, that gook, that slime would start leaking out. We'd probably have cancer and we don't even know it. Going even further back, we had Silly Putty. It was this little round egg, and inside was like this putty, and you could just, you know, do whatever you want with it and made characters, flatten it out. You could take it on a newspaper and take it off and see like Garfield from the actual comic. Gak. It was a slime-shaped tube compartment, and it was made by Nickelodeon, and you just pull out this slimy, gooky, almost wet but not wet, green, orange, stick it back in here and make these fart sounds like. It was really fun. I had a hot dog smelling one.
I smell hot dogs.
There was one that smelled like pickles.
I smell pickles.
Tamagotchi pet, round little egg, electronic LED screen, you know, some weird little creature. And basically it was a virtual pet. You would have to feed it. I think you would have to clean it and go to the bathroom or something. I don't really remember, but I definitely remember my pets always dying. Pogs. Whoever invented Pogs is a genius. Stupid little cardboard things that are about the size of a silver dollar. All kinds of designs on them. Whatever you could find, there was a Pog of. And then you would get these thicker ones called slammers. I don't even think we ever even played the game. We just collected them and traded them and spent all our allowance and all our money on pieces of cardboard. I still have a whole bunch of Pogs. I wonder if they're even worth a penny now. The Super Soaker.
The ultimate water gun.
Super Soaker was the whole new revolution in water guns. We used to have these little squirt pistols that would just go. The Super Soaker had this big water tank, and then there was a pump on the top. So you would pump it, and that thing would shoot like 30, 40 feet. Super Soakers were so much fun until our neighbor put pee in his. I fought back with scorching hot water. The pound puppies were these little stuffed animals. They had like droopy eyes and they were like always looking sad. They never really looked happy. I guess they were cute to other people, but they just creeped me out. Operation. Operation was this cardboard and plastic game. It had some man. It had all these different body parts, heart and bones and funny bones. And there was holes in all the parts where you would have to take the tweezers and try not to touch the edges of the body of where the holes are, because there was metal there. As soon as you touch the edge of that metal, it would vibrate and make a buzzing sound. I always got that buzzing sound. So thank God I'm not a surgeon. For the girls, there were the Cabbage Patch Kids. These things were crazy popular in the 1980s. Malls were packed, sold out. I don't really get the point of them. There were these pudgy little face babies with rosy cheeks and cute eyes, and they had yarn hair, and they just sold like hotcakes. They were crazy. Super Mario Brothers, Duck Hunt had the little gun that you... We were addicted as soon as the Nintendo came out. Mario, Zelda, Super Nintendo was amazing. N64 was the best. GoldenEye 007. Playing multiplayer in GoldenEye was the best.
Slip and slide. Here we go.
It was just a piece of long plastic that you would lay out on your yard and pray to God there was no pieces of glass or nails or rocks underneath that plastic. But you would just turn the hose on and get the plastic wet and jump and slide on your stomach. So dangerous, but so fun. So that's it for today's Blah Blah. There are so many toys and stuff we played with as a kid. Now everything's on the internet. If there's something I forgot and that you guys played with as kids, let me know what it was. Leave a comment. I want to hear what your favorite toys were when you grew up. Follow me on Twitter.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Blah blah.